Today, we are specifically going to be going over skill points and runes and how much they truly affect your damage and your overall build. And we're also going to talk about an organized way to start going about collecting all of these as well. Opening up your combat skills menu, you may have noticed that you see a number up here, and that represents how many skill points you have. The easiest way to gain skill points is just by playing the game and leveling up. Now, once you get to combat level 55 and level 60, you're able to unlock an extra level of these skills. So for example, before you're 55, you can only go to level 10, but once you hit 55, you can bring your skills up to level 11, and then once you hit level 60, you can bring your skills up to level 12. And that unlocks a lot of damage, but it also takes up more skill points. So you have to continue getting skill points through skill point potions to enhance your build even further and continue to do more damage. Now you might be thinking, how much does 1 or 2 little levels really matter in terms of your damage? It's a lot. And my Glavier is kind enough to show us the importance of having a level 12 skill compared to a level 10 skill. That's a lot of damage. It's actually 13% damage difference. 13% is almost an entire damage engraving. Now, where do you get the skill points, and how should you even go about collecting them? The easiest way to see all of the skill points in the game is by clicking on this codex, going down to character growth, and then clicking on this first permanent stat increases skills, and you can see all of the skill point potions through these pages, and if you click on them you can see how to obtain them. So as you can see here, I have completed a lot of the skill point potions. Now this is my alternate roster. On my main roster I have all of the skill points possible, and that is what you should aim to do as well. Now where do you start? That is the big question. In my humble opinion, you should go to maxroll.gg and use their skill point collection guide, and I'm going to link this down below. Now there are a couple of other skill points that are not listed in here that you can get. I'll go over those in just a second, but as a whole this is a very thorough explanation of how to get all of these skill points, where to get them, and not just that, but if you need to do a quest, for example, this says you need to do the Whispering Islet quest for 10 days, you can click on it and it will take you to that page and tell you exactly what you need to do. So there's no guesswork. You can just look at it and see, okay, I need to do this. Now how do I obtain that? And it becomes very, very simple to just go through this list and see. They even have some collection strategies as well. For everyone, it's going to look a little bit different. There's no one set way to do it, but as long as you are consistently working towards getting all of them, then you are in good shape. It's not going to happen in 1 week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. It's going to happen over time, and that's okay. This game is not meant for someone to come in and have everything in the game in 2 weeks. It's going to take time. So just get that through your head, and then at that point, you can start just truly enjoying the game for what the game is. The couple of skill points that they do not have in here, one of the big ones is from the tier 3 tower. You're going to get another skill point potion. So there's one missing from there. There's also a couple missing from new quests that have been added. I actually did videos over them. So there are a couple more skill point potions that are not listed in this guide, but this covers 90% of it. And this is what I would recommend you use, as it gives you so many resources to have in one place. And if you want one absolute place to start, you can get going on the fastest 20 island tokens guide, because that'll get you a couple of skill point potions as well. And you can look at the Omnium Star guide too. That's another good place to just set your feet down and start doing the activities that are going to get you more skill points. But aside from that, you can start collecting them in any which way or form that you would like. But let's move on to the runes. Luckily for us, they changed the way that you collect runes in this game, especially on the Jumpstart servers. You just pretty much got handed a ton of runes. As you can see here, for example, this focus rune, the MP consumption is minus 10% for the skill, whatever I equip it to. That's a green one. A gold one of the exact same rune, the MP consumption is minus 40%. So you can see how there's a pretty big difference. Runes, for the most part, are going to make your build feel much better. There are a couple runes that will help you to enhance your damage, or for example, not have mana issues like this focus rune. So you're going to be able to have higher uptime without having to worry about your mana going down so fast and not being able to do skills because you've ran out. So in conjunction with your skill point potion hunting, you should also be hunting these runes. But one thing that I would do is look at a build guide for your particular character and class engraving that you're playing. For example, I am playing Deadeye. So some very important ones for me are having Gale Winds. As you can see, I have one here and right here. Another important one for me to have is a good Overwhelm rune. And in knowing which runes you need for these particular skills in your build, you can start hunting those down with vigor. And in order to make that process easier, I would recommend max roll again, because they have all of these sitting here available showing you how to get them. If you know that you need wealth runes to build gauge faster, for example, because that's what wealth runes do, they add more specialty meter gain to that skill, then boom, now you know you have to do these things to get these wealth runes. And guess what? Maxroll has guides on how to do all of these things as well. So it's a one-stop shop for you to be able to come in here, say, I need this rune, how do I get it? And then now you know how to go and get that, or how to start at least working on it. But this is how you'll want to go about collecting all of your runes. It's very easy and very simple, and it's geared towards your actual build. So that way everything you're getting is extremely relevant to what you're doing on that character. But the good thing about all skill point potions and runes is they translate through all of your characters. You don't have to get them each time you make a new one. They are roster wide. So you can get them once and you are good. So enjoy the grind along the way ahead of you. It's going to make your character do more damage and feel so much better. And in some cases, it allows you to make an even better build, a different version from the one you're playing, because of these different runes. But guys, I hope that this video really helps you out in pushing you in the right direction to start collecting these skill points and those runes. It's going to make your entire time in Lost Ark feel so much better, and I will admit it's pretty fun to go to the different islands, collect the giant hearts, go do these events, get rewarded for them, and always feel like you're progressing in that way. It's a really fun time in my opinion, and I had a blast going through it my first time as well. So enjoy the journey. And if you're completely lost and maybe this is the first video that you came to and you just started Lost Ark, I'd highly recommend that you check out the other couple of videos that I've made previously to this on where you should start with this game. I'm going to go ahead and link those down in the description below. But make sure and like this video if you learned anything from it. Subscribe to the channel if you like Lost Ark. Maybe you're just getting into it, or maybe you just like the Lost Ark content. It is going to be in your best interest to do so. And consider joining the community Discord that I have. It's filled with a bunch of awesome, positive, fun, and helpful people. And there's been so many newer people joining, and they have been asking a ton of questions, and I am so grateful that my community is so positive and willing to help, because they've been answering questions like crazy and helping everyone out. So if you're in need of a little bit more help than this video can offer, join the community Discord and you will definitely find help there as well. Well guys, I'm going to see you on the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic day.